Welcome back, MMA fans. Welcome to another edition of Stare Down MMA TV. We're gearing up for the big UFC 143 event tomorrow, which is for the UFC interim welterweight title. It's going to be between Nick Diaz and Carlos Condit. What can you say about this fight? It's awesome. Of course, GSP's injured. He's going to be out until around November. He's going to be mending his pesky knee injury that forced him to withdraw from his original bout with Condit back in October of last year. Of course, we know the controversy surrounding the initial matchup, which was supposed to be Nick Diaz and George St-Pierre, but Nick Diaz failed to show up for 2 straight press conferences and had his title shot taken away from him. Of course, Condit slipped in, and then GSP withdrew because of the injury. Diaz went on to fight BJ Penn, and he beat him down thoroughly. And, that's what he pretty much had to do to get himself a fight with St-Pierre, but unfortunately, his injury is going to keep him out until around November. So Condit slips in. They're going to do it for the interim title, and, we'll see who comes out on top. This is a pretty tough matchup for me to call, actually, because Nick Diaz is my number 4 favorite fighter, and Carlos Condit is my number 2 favorite fighter. So I got 2 guys in my top 5 that are fighting against each other, but for me it's pretty simple math. 2 always beats out 4, so I'm obviously going to pick Carlos Condit to win this fight. I think I'm in the minority on this. I haven't run into too many people that actually agree with my picking Carlos Condit to win this fight. I look at it from the aspect of that he's finished 26 out of his 27 victories. So that's a pretty good statistic to judge whether or not he gets in there and finishes business or not. He's got 13 knockouts, and he's also got 13 submissions, so he's split down the middle as far as being dangerous on his feet or on the ground. Nick Diaz, that guy just never seems to tire out. We all know that supposedly, well, it's not really supposedly, he actually does compete in Ironman triathlon events, when he's in between fights and whatnot, so that his cardio and his endurance is just completely off the charts. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. I really can't wait for this. The whole card's actually really good. There's a couple other fights that kind of popped out to me. I can't wait to see Fabricio Verdum come back into the UFC heavyweight division. He's going to take on Big Country Roy Nelson, and that should be a good fight. We always know that Nelson always brings it. He's a fan favorite, and I wonder if he's going to spoil the welcoming back party for Verdum, so that ought to be a pretty awesome fight too. Josh Koscheck and Mike Pierce had pretty much the most intense or heated stare down at the weigh-ins today, so that could also be a pretty awesome fight. Of course, Renan Barrero has taken on Scott Jorgensen, and Barrero's a beast and is kind of quietly floating under the radar as somebody to really look out for. That guy is he's awesome. So that's kind of it. We're just going to lead into tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow night after the fights to discuss a little bit into further detail the events and how everything transpires. So I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you later. Rock on.